Hello, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. And today I'm going to show you a remarkably easy and oh so lovely lacy stitch called the Snapdragon Stitch. And, we've got some clusters and a bit of lace. It's very, very simple. And as always, best of all, it is a 2-row repeat. You know I love those. After the foundation row, just a 2-row repeat. Very, very simple, very, very quick, and you can do as many of the multiples as you want so that you can make it as wide or as narrow as you want to. And for this piece, I used Red Heart Super Saver. I can't recall the colorway, but I thought it was rather lovely, so, that's what I used. And also, I used a size I 5.5 millimeter hook. You can use whatever hook size works for you. Really, really simple. And without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty, so we are, of course, going to start with our obligatory slip knot, like so. And then we need a multiple of 10 stitches plus an additional 4 chains. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do 10 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And then you need 4 additional chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can do as many multiples of 10 as you want to. And for the sample that I showed before, it was a total of 34 chains. 3 multiples of 10 plus my additional 4. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 4. Perfect. All right, so when you get your chain ready, pop right back in and we'll continue right along. Alrighty. Alrighty, so for the first row, and like I said, the first row is the foundation row, and then you've got a repeat of 2 rows. So I'm not going to use a stitch counter, row counter for this video. So into the 4th chain from the hook, we need a double crochet. Now you can go into that loop, or you could go into the bottom loop, really whichever works for you. I'm just going to go into that top loop. So we technically now have 2 double crochets. Then we are going to skip the next 3 chains, and then into the 4th chain, we're going to work a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So into that 4th chain, double crochet, chain 2, another double crochet, and into the next chain, we're going to do the same thing. So double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet into that same stitch. So we've got essentially 2 V's right next to each other. Okay, then skipping the next 3 chains once again, we need 2 double crochets for the 4th and then the 5th. So skipping those 3 chains, going into the 4th with a double crochet, like so, and then a double crochet into the next chain. Okay, now this does seem a little bit weird at first, but once the piece starts to grow, it'll make more sense. Trust me. So then skipping the next 3 chains again, we're going to do those 2 V's. So into the 4th chain, a double crochet, chain 2, and in that same stitch, that same chain, another double crochet. Into the next chain, we need another V, so that's double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. Like so. then we have at the end a total of 5 chains left. So skipping 3 chains going into the 4th, double crochet, and double crochet into the last chain, like so. And that is the end of your first foundation row. So you should have your 2 double crochets at the beginning, 2 at the end, and you have your interesting little V's and doubles. Alrighty. Alrighty, row 2, we're going to start by chaining up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that counts as a double crochet in a chain 1, technically speaking. Now into this first chain 2 space, right here, 4 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Another reason why I like this stitch is because you're working into chain spaces, not into actual stitches the majority of the time, which I love. So after doing 4 double crochets, chain 2, into the next chain 2 space, 4 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, chain 2, and into the next chain 2 space. So we're skipping over this cluster right here, and we're going to go into our next grouping here. So into this chain 2 space, 4 double crochets. So that's 2, 3, and 4, chain 2, and into the next chain 2 space right here, 4 more double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then when you reach the end, we technically have 3 double crochets. We have this one right here, this one, and then this one. What we need to do is chain 1 and do a double crochet into the last double crochet, which can be a little bit tricky, but if you turn the chain just a little bit, makes it a little bit easier to see that we're going into both loops of the V right there, right at the top of the chain, with a double crochet, like so. And that is the end of the second row. Alrighty. All right, for row 3, going to start by chaining up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And into the chain 1 space right down in here, a double crochet. All right, now into this chain 2 space right here, we're going to make our V's again, just like we did down here. So into the chain 2 space, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So we've got one V, we need another V. So with no chains in between, because we did a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, into the same space, another double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. So it follows suit with what we did down here. Okay. Then, again, without doing any chains, we're going to go into this chain 2 space with 2 double crochets. Into the next chain 2 space, we need our V's again. So into the chain 2 space, double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. We've got 1 V, we need another one, so double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. Voila! All right, then, last but not least, keeping in mind that we have, technically speaking, 2 double crochets right here. So on this side, into this space, we need a double crochet, and we need another one. Now there are 2 ways that you can go about doing this. You can either do a double crochet also into that space, or if you want it to look just a little bit neater, you can go into the 3rd chain from the bottom. That's 1, 2, and 3, right into this chain right here with a double crochet. And this, for this piece, this is my preferred method. So you've got 2 double crochets on this side, and that is the full repeat, which you know I'm going to do more than once for you because I really want to make sure that you guys get it. Alrighty, so we shall continue right along. Alright, so to repeat row 2, I'm going to start by chaining up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn the work. And into this chain 2 space right here, 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4, chain 2, 4 double crochets into the next chain 2 space right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, chain 2, skipping all the way over to the next chain 2 space right over here with 4 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, 4 double crochets into the next chain 2 space, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then chain 1 because we reached the end, and then double crochet into the last double crochet, which really is a chaining up of 3. And if you look closely, you see 1, 2, and 3 right into the V of this chain at the end here. It can be a little bit tricky if your chain is a little bit tight, which mine usually is. And so just double crochet right into the top of that chain. And there you go. That's the end of the row 2 repeat. Okay, so let's continue on with row 3 for the repeat. So for row 3, chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, turn the work, double crochet into the chain 1 space. Okay, going into the chain 2 space right here, we need our V's again, so double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet, and that gives us 1 V. We need another one, so double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. Oops, I missed my plies. It happens. There we go. So we've got our 2 V's going into the next chain 2 space with 2 doubles. Like so. Into the next chain 2 space with our V's again. So that's a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So that's one V. I need another one, so double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. All right. Then, last but not least, into the space here, double crochet, and we need one more, so that's going to be a double crochet into the third chain from the bottom. So that's 1, 2, and 3, right into the chain right there. Oh, come on, work with me, behave. There you go, right into that third chain from the bottom, a double crochet. All right, so we've got another full repeat. And just for stuff and giggles, as I always like to say, let's do another one just because I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are a fun bunch. I hope you're doing well today. All right, let's do another one. All right, so gonna do another repeat. So we're gonna chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn the work into the chain 2 space, 4 double crochets, and 2, and 3, and 4, chain 2, 4 double crochets into the next chain 2 space, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, chain 2, skipping over to the next chain 2 space on this side, 4 double crochets, 2, and 3, and 4, chain 2, 4 double crochets into the next chain 2 space, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1, and then double crochet into the third chain at the end here. 1, 2, and 3, right into that chain, that third top chain going through both loops of the V. Double crochet, like so. Okay, so that was row 2. Let me just get my yarn in order here, and we'll do row 3 one more time. So for row 3, going to chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, turn the work, and into the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet, into the first chain 2 space, we need our V's again, just like down in here. So that's a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So that's 1 V, I need another one, so double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet. All right. Into the next chain 2 space, we need 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2. Into the next chain 2 space, we need our V's, so that's double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet, another V, double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. All right. And so we have reached the end. So into the space, double crochet, and into the third chain, 1, 2, 3, double crochet right into that chain. Now, at the beginning of our rows, it keeps alternating between chain 3 and chain 4, and there's actually a little way that I remembered which is which. Now, on the next row, we're doing in these chain 2 spaces, we're doing 4 double crochets, right? Well, that's how I remembered when you reach the row where you're doing your clusters of 4 double crochets, you chain up 4. And then you do your 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 doubles, chain 2, 4 doubles, chain 1, and then you're doing your double crochet. Now on the row 3, well, it starts with 2 double crochets. It's a double crochet in this chain stitch. Well, in order to reach that height, well, chain 3 and a double crochet right next to it. So that's how I remembered which is which as far as, how many chains to begin with. But as you can see, it is a really simple stitch. I love it. It's lacy, it's fun, and especially it's easy. Yes, we need easy in our lives, don't we? So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed teaching it to you guys, because you guys are fabulous. So if you did, please give me a little thumbs up button down below. Also, I would love to hear your comments, and if you want to see more, please hit subscribe, because as always, I do try to post as often as I can, whether it's knitting, crocheting, audiobook narration, or please feel free to visit my other YouTube channel, Fiber Spider Games, where I do video game playthrough and commentary. Lots of fun. Would love to see you there too. At any rate, I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, and above all, stay stitching. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.